The best countries to retire in. This is going to be fun because we're going to look at purchasing power, how far your dollar bill stretches in various countries. I know a lot of you guys, good dog, right now. Oh my goodness, look at him. Look at him. Oh, tired dog. Hi, Finnegan. Yeah, so tired. There's Pablo. Hi, Pablo. There's Finny. Hi, baby. What a good boy. I know a lot of you guys are like, the U.S. is too expensive. I can't afford to retire here. I gotta move to Thailand. So this is from worlddata.info. And I love this chart. I can't remember who sent this to me, but who did? I salute you, sir. I salute you. Let's see if we can make this a bit bigger here. Comparison of worldwide cost of living. Living is most expensive in the Bermudas and cheapest in Angola. In our ranking of 170 countries all around the world, the U.S. comes in 20. Oh my goodness! Oh, let's keep hanging in there with me. The costs of living are periodically calculated. The costs of living are periodically calculated in nearly representative baskets of consumer goods, but many factors are complicating a worldwide comparison. A typical apartment don't have standard size or fittings, exactly. Even the quality of a branded packet of butter isn't the same as in the third world. Consequently, comparisons like this have to be accepted with caution. All right. In addition, the level of prevailing average income should play a role in a cost comparison, exactly. But we adjusted the cost of living inside the U.S. and it's to an index of 100. This is based on 2020 and 2021. So we are 100. All other countries are related to this index. Therefore, an index of 80, the usual expenses in another country would be 20% less than inside the U.S., all right? So if we have an 80 as our expenses and the U.S. is 100, there's 20% cheaper. All right. Then we calculated purchasing power based on the value of 100 for the U.S. If it is higher, people can afford more based on the cost of living in relation to income. If it's lower, the population is less wealthy. All right, so if we have it better than 100, that means we have better purchasing power than the U.S. If it's lower than 100, we have lower purchasing power than the U.S. And this will make sense when I give you the example. Switzerland, with a cost of living index at 141, right there, Switzerland. All goods on average cost about 41% more than the U.S. So Switzerland costs 41% more than the United States, all right? But the average income of Switzerland is 28% higher than the U.S., which means that citizens can afford more goods. But they get 20% higher income, but it costs 41% more. Now you calculate the 41% higher cost against a 28% higher income, and the result is people in Switzerland can afford about 9% less than the U.S. citizens. So we're going to look at Switzerland. Their cost index is 141. The U.S. is 100. Their income is $68,885 a month. The U.S., we go down here, is $53.78. So they are 28% higher in income, but they're 41% higher in cost of goods. Thus, their index purchasing power is 10% less than the good old US of A. They're at 90. The USA, which is kicks butt, take names, we're at 100. Switzerland 90, US 100. So that means Switzerland, they have 10% less purchasing power than we do relative to income. Isn't that awesome? So Bermuda actually, even though their cost of living is much higher, 57% higher, their monthly income is $93.53 in US dollars, which is that's 75% higher. So in Bermuda, you're making more money, it costs more money, but your purchasing power goes 10% more in Bermuda than it does in the United States. And interesting, but check this out. Here's Israel, 53% in Israel, 53%. That's almost half. Their purchasing power in Israel is 53%, about half what ours is. They make half of what we make, plus they have 24% more expense. Isn't that crazy? Denmark, 83%. Ireland, 87%. So that means it costs more to live in those countries than it does here. Norway and Luxembourg, who wants to live there? Norway, your dollar stretches longer in Norway than it does in the United States and Luxembourg, but no one wants to live in Luxembourg. I mean, come on. Australia, 77%. Japan, 58%. Sweden, 81%. UK, 61%. Isn't that interesting? That's crazy. So here we are. Let's see. What do we got? China on here? Because no, we're gonna go to hold on. Let's see. Portugal, 45%. Because look, you're only making $1,800 a month as the average income in Portugal, and yet their prices are only 74% less than ours, which means a 45%. Now you can make an argument; it's a good one. Yeah, but I'm not living off $1,800 a month in Portugal. I'm living off my U.S. Social Security and pension investments. I get that. It's the same, no different than fleeing Connecticut and moving to freaking Arkansas. It's the same exact concept. But be it as it may, you can see their cost of goods are 74% less than the U.S., but their income is about a third less than us. Isn't that crazy? So if you're going to leave the U.S., you're going to want to go to one of these countries where the cost of living is less, if that makes sense. So all these countries right here, the cost of living is higher, cost index. So you'd want to go to Portugal. You'd want to go to Spain. You'd want to go to South Korea. You'd want to go to France if you're going there with U.S. dollars, that you're making in U.S. dollars for sure. You'd want to go to Greece, China. You'd want to go to China. Not that you would, but see what I'm saying? So these are the countries where it costs less, and if you have U.S. dollars as your income, you'd be a lot better off. But look at this. Here's Iran, 8.9%, because they don't make any money there, man. Isn't that crazy? Poland, crazy, man. That's pretty interesting. I want to show something else. In the UK, only 0.5% of houses and flats had any kind of air conditioning. And that's in 2008. I'm not sure what it is now, but that's not. Spain, only 33% of Spanish homes have air conditioning. And that's in 2019. Whoa. Let's go Portugal. I bet not very much, actually. Let's see. 87% of American homes have AC, compared to only 4% in France and 1% in Germany. All I was going to say about that is, wow. In the U.S., 85% of U.S. has a clothes dryer. Only 56% of U.K. has a clothes dryer. The first time I saw a tumble dryer was on an episode of Baywatch when the clothes of a would-be drowning victim were put through the wash. Man, is this true that only 62% of France has dishwashers? 72% of Germany? 64% of Canada? Man, that's nuts. 26% of Japan has dishwashers? Whoa. A lot of them have microwaves, but not that many. Look at that. 50% of India, they got electricity, at least a lot. Oh, look at that. Only 59% of Mexico have refrigerators? Damn, that's nuts. That's nuts. All right, anyway, so it's the U.S. Yeah, they might be creature comforts, but we've come to rely on air conditioning, on clothes dryers. Look, I remember growing up, we used to have a line out there to put your clothes on there. It's convenience. They're just talking about why more people in Europe don't have them. There's too much electricity. Yeah, too much electricity, but we get our clothes smelling good. That's why U.S. we smell so good in the United States, because our clothes are clean. Yeah, I'll take U.S. over any other country, Alex. We'll see you. Thanks now.